Don't want a cold, also don't want a baby. Fish in a tablet is just nasty, don't at me. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Harleigh if you're new here, welcome back if you're not. I consider myself to be quite self-aware, and if there's one thing that I know I am, it is an old lady. I post this box quite frequently on my Instagram stories, and I'm either asked, where did I get it? Amazon, and it's linked below, or what vitamins are in it. So in today's video, I want to go through what I'm taking and talk particularly about winter wellness. I just reordered a batch of my usual vitamins and supplements and spent a lot of time researching the individual doses and percentages to make sure that I am fully revitalized going into the harsher, colder months. Aside from vitamins, in my next video, I'm going to talk more about general winter wellness, what I'm doing to combat my SAD. I spoke a little bit in my last video about a Lumi sunrise alarm that I bought, so we'll talk about that, but that will be a part 2 of this video. This one is going to be all about my vitamins. Disclaimer right up front, I am not a dietitian, nutritionist, physician, or mental health professional. There will be lots of resources listed in the description box below, as well as links to where I've got some of the information that I'm going to be talking about. If you've literally never taken a vitamin or supplement before and want some professional advice, then please go and get that. So just to clear something else up before the anti-supplements crew come and camp in the comments, yes, you can get almost everything you need from a truly balanced diet. Yes, the earth does provide everything you need to sustain human life. And yes, cavemen did manage to survive without Holland and Barrett. But for some vitamins, we just don't eat enough of the right food groups for the amount of vitamins that we need. And food quality in Western culture in the 21st century is just not as good as it used to, just due to pollution, GMO, pesticides, global warming. And we don't eat only organic food. I'm not saying that you have to, but in that case, vitamins and supplements are here to help. So first of all, let's deal with the most frequently asked question, which is which vitamins and supplements do I take? So it is my preference that all my vitamins are vegan. This is something that my family opted to do a long time ago. I go through phases of eating vegan, veganuary, just different dietary requirements that it made sense for everyone to just be taking vegan vitamins. Due to that, I think all of the vitamins I take should be appropriate for all religious requirements, because none of them contain either cow or pork gelatin in the capsules, which a lot of vitamins do if you weren't aware. I just think that's a little bit unnecessary too. So yeah, it's just my preference that all these vitamins are vegan. Completely up to you whether or not you choose to go down that road. I do take a fair few vitamins, but my core vitamin is a multivitamin. And the multivitamin I choose to take is the Wellman Vegan. It is a really broad spectrum vitamin, which is obviously aligned to women following a vegan diet. The highest percentages in this are attributed to vitamin E, D, and B12. I always thought that the vitamin B12 in this wasn't strictly required from me because I'm not full-time vegan, but there are days at a time sometimes I don't eat meat and I rarely cook meat at home. So I have opted to take this now for over a year for the B12. However, upon my research for this video, I realized just how important B12 really is for meat eaters and vegans alike. Yes, you may think that if you are somebody who eats a lot of meat that you have your B12 covered, because I know that vitamin B12 is the anti-vegan's second propaganda point after where's your protein coming from. The discovery of B12 deficiency and the diet that they developed to cure it was high in meat sources, but I don't think that their meat sources a lot of people, or those who are opposed to taking a B12 vitamin, are eating a lot of. The meat products highest in vitamin B12 are beef liver, clams, tuna, and nutritional yeast. Even moderate amount of animal products may not be sufficient to restore and maintain adequate B12 function. B12 is produced by microbes, not animals or plants, which means as time has gone on and sanitization methods have improved, it means that a lot of those microbes are being removed from our water supply and washed off of our plants, fruit and veg. B12 deficiency causes extreme tiredness, a lack of energy, pins and needles, psychological problems including depression or confusion, mouth ulcers, problems with memory, and more. So it's important, vegan or not. Multivitamins are great, and as I said, the Wellman Vegan is the core of my vitamin regime. But if you are taking a multivitamin, or any vitamin in fact, make sure to read the back of it, not just for the vitamins contained in it, but also the dosage and percentages. So for the Wellman Vegan, the serving is actually 2 tablets, which I don't take because they're £11 a packet. I just wanted to share that because it's important to know, and also because B12 is going to come up in another vitamin and you're probably going to sit there thinking, didn't she already say she took that? But the dose required in here I'm only taking half of. B12 is also notoriously difficult to absorb, so you don't need to worry about being like bang on 100% of the dosage of it. Another vitamin included in my Well Woman Vegan is everyone's winter go-to, vitamin D, listed as vitamin D2 400 IU. NHS guidance states that you should take 10 micrograms 400 IU of vitamin D a day in order to keep your bones and muscles healthy. Do not take more than 100 micrograms of vitamin D a day as it could be harmful. The Well Woman Vegan serving of 2 tablets, remember I only take 1, is a 10 microgram serving. So I supplement my vitamin D by taking this Boots calcium and magnesium tablet, which contains calcium and magnesium, and vitamin D as vitamin D3. So vitamin D is not as simple as vitamin B12 just being one thing. I mean, to be honest, not a lot of vitamins are. The 2 forms of vitamin D differ depending on their food sources. Vitamin D3 is only found in animal source foods, whereas D2 mainly comes from plant sources and fortified foods. Your skin makes vitamin D3 when it's exposed to sunlight. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to low mood, weak muscles, getting sick often, fatigue, achy bones and joints, none of which are completely avoidable in the misery and darkness of British wintertime. But do yourself a favour and take vitamin D. Foods you can eat to increase your vitamin D levels include salmon, trout, tuna and sardines, but as I mentioned earlier, you need to be eating a really high quality of any of those foods, and also potentially a very large serving. Next up, garlic. One large 12-week study found that a daily garlic supplement reduced the number of colds by 63% compared to a placebo. It's also commonly used for conditions associated with blood and heart health. Garlic is a new addition to my pill box this year, so I've done some research around it, and I just wanted to mention that I did find one article that suggested that a high dose of garlic, this is by no means a high dose, this is 900 milligrams, but an extreme high dose of garlic could interfere with estrogen containing contraceptives. So ladies, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't want a cold, also don't want a baby. Another one leaning more to the ladies, cranberry extract. Cranberry juice is a waste of your damn time. And again, with the quality of food in Western culture in the 21st century and our supermarkets, it's just full of sugar. Sugar is not going to be helpful for whatever we got going on when we got it going on. I take the 400 milligram cranberry extract, which is the equivalent to 10,000 milligrams of fresh cranberries. Cranberries also contain more antioxidants than many other commonly eaten fruits and berries. Probiotics. There are prebiotics and there are probiotics. And just to wheel up the disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist, dietitian, physician, or mental health professional, but here's what I think I know about what I know. Probiotics are the good bacteria living in your gut. They help your body break down food and support gut health and overall wellness. Prebiotics are the food for the good bacteria, and they come from non-digestible fiber in certain foods. Oh look, garlic. One of my favorite podcasts, Science Versus, has an episode all about probiotics and how they've been marketed as a superfood in recent years, and that the marketing is making us feel like we have to have them. And is it true? Ultimately, the research shows that if you have a truly balanced diet packed with greens, whole grains and fiber, then no, you don't need to take probiotics. But do you have that diet? That Science Versus episode also touches on the function of the microbiome and links to your mental health. Again, I am not a mental health professional, but I will do all I can with the research that I can do to make sure that SAD doesn't wipe me out like it did last year. There is tons of ongoing research about the link between gut health and mental health, but I did find this TED Talk by Omar Kusa about the gut-brain axis really, really interesting. I don't really want to go into this too much because it's ongoing research and I don't know that much, but I will link the things I have found about this in the description box below. My very last vitamin, yay! Vegan omega-3. Omega-3 tablets are typically made from fish oils, but fish in a tablet is just nasty, don't at me. So the vegan omega-3 is actually derived from flaxseed oil. Omega-3 is an umbrella term for a group of unsaturated fats that we need to stay healthy, especially for heart health. ALA, alpha linolenic acid, I think, is one type of omega-3 and the type that is present in my omega-3 capsules. Our bodies can't make it, so this is something that we do have to supplement or make sure we're getting from our diet. Oily fish are usually people's go-to, but oily fish are disgusting, so I will stick to this. Or plant-based sources like pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and green leafy veg. And those are all the vitamins I have in my pill box this autumn winter season. As I said, I will have a part 2 to this winter wellness series, talking more about changes to my sleep cycle, exercise cycle, SAD, my Lumilight, and just everything else that I've been researching. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want to know when that video and all my other videos go live. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.